Hey guys, Gracie the Great Magic here, and today I want to show you guys how to make your very own NPC live show game on Roblox. So this is part one. So what we're going to do is build the lobby, build the stage, and how and other things. Alright, so first of all, open up a new game in Roblox Studio and have it be a empty base plate. Go to File, Publish to Roblox as, create new experience, name it to whatever the name of your NPC show that you're going to have in your game. Like, it could be from a TV show or from your favorite movie, anything like that. You can also create your own NPC Live Show, something like that. So I'm going to say NPC Live Show tutorial place. Tutorial purposes only. And then we'll create. Perfect. I'll hit, and then it'll bring you back, and then it'll load. Perfect. Alright, now let's build so what we need to do is in Workspace, click on plus, insert a folder, rename it to Lobby. And inside Lobby, we're going to need a folder for decorations, spawns, lights, and then we'll need to create another folder in Workspace, rename it to stage. And since I'm going to make a magic show one for you as an example throughout the series, I'm going to put in decorations, props, and for lights. Okay. Then we'll need to make another folder, rename it to NPCs, and another folder, rename it to walk to points, and another folder for models. And we'll need to create another folder for teleport points. I'll just call it teleports. So that's what we'll focus on for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a part, anchor it. I'm going to color it to this blue. Change the material to be carpet. Then I'm going to insert a part. So the reason why we need a lobby, so that way when the live show is done, players teleport back into the lobby and wait till the next show starts. Alright, now we need to put the spawns in. So I'm going to take this default spawn, drag it inside the lobby, make it invisible, set the decal transparency to 1, and I'm going to put the spawn in the spawns folder. Okay, I just decorated my lobby, and now I'm going to add a roof. Perfect. Now we got our little lobby. I'll just select the parts, group as a model, and rename it to lobby. And I'm going to drag it inside the lobby folder. Now we need to make a light. So I'm going to insert a part, anchor it, color it yellow. I'm going to set transparent to 1, scale it. I'm going to rename that part to light and click on plus. I'll insert a point light. And I'll set the range to this. And we'll put the light in the lights folder, and right, that completes our lobby. Now we need to make the stage. So I'm gonna make a separate room for our stage. Anchor it. Oh yeah, and in our stage, we need to make a folder for seats. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to build a stage. Anchor it, color it. I'm going to rename that part to stage. Scale it. Actually, we don't need that much space since we're going to add seats. Here, and scale it like this. Perfect. And then I'm going to add seats. So I'm going to do bleachers. Use this model. I'm going to anchor it, rotate it. Actually, I should scale this a little so we have room. Actually, I'll just build my own seats. Okay, I got the chairs. They look good. Alright. And now I'm gonna scale the stage more so that way we have room for cool things. So I'm gonna put something that splits the stage in half. And insert a part. Color it this color. Fabric. Move it right over here. Right there would be perfect. And then I'll put the decoration. Okay, got the decorations on the stage. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my models. I'm going to go towards the mic, and I'll leave a link for that in the description so you can use it. I'll put that in the props and rotate it. Perfect. And then I'm gonna add speakers. Find the one I want. Let's use this one. Perfect. Now we just need to add our props onto the stage so it looks like a complete magic show. But the magic show is an example, but yours is going to be different from mine, no matter how you make it any way you want. So I'm going to use my models. I'm thinking of putting the black table right here. I'll put that in the props. And then I'll put the bunny trick right here. I'm going to rename that mesh to Rambo. Delete the script inside the hat. Now I'm going to scale the hat. Let's see. So actually I'm going to put him up and change his transparency to 1 so no one knows this, so nobody knows how he got there. And inside replicate storage, I'm going to create a folder, rename it to Rambo, the Magic Bunny. Okay, and I'm going to put Rambo inside of it so we can use it when we code in the future episodes of this video. Okay, now we got our hat. Next prop, I'm gonna put, oh yeah, and then for Jasper, I'm gonna put him here. Rotate his box. Right here. And I'll put, okay, and in replicated storage, I'm going to make a folder for Jasper, the unfriendly ghost. And I'm going to put Jasper inside of it. And I'll put the table, this, inside the props. Okay, now we got our Jasper. Let's see here. We can do the sawbox right here. I'll put that in the props. And I'll build my vanishing box. Let me see if I can move these. This part back a little so that way we have room. I'll put the unruly table right here. Put in props. Yes, I'll have to use the magic box as the vanishing box, since there's no room to build one. Leave it like, and okay. I'll just put it in the middle. And I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna rename this part to door. Rename this one to rename that one to door 1. Select these 4. Duplicate. Now maybe I'll scale the back so we can for when the player reappears in the audience. Name that one to RFL. Name this one to door 2. Okay, and I'm gonna put all of this in the props folder. Now on the table, I'm gonna insert the cards. Okay, I've got the cards all named. Alright, so I'm gonna insert the other 2. And I'm gonna rename this one to 3 of clubs 1. This one to 3 of clubs 2. And I'm gonna take those and drag it into the props folder. Perfect. Now for the blank cards. Name this one blank card 1. Blank card 2. Blank card 3. I'm going to take these 3 and drag them into the props folder. Okay, now we got our cards. And then our hanky. I'll delete the script because we don't need it. And that was when I made this when I was a senior in high school. Alright, and I'm going to drag that into our props folder and I'll change its color to plum and change the material. There we go. Alright, and now We can make the finger thimbles. I'm gonna rename that one to handle. Okay. Make sure all of them are unanchored because that's for the NPC to use for the trick, and all credits to Farrell Dillon for this trick. I made it in 2021. And that was, yeah. And then in workspace, I'm going to click plus, insert a tool. I'm going to rename it to red thimble. I'll do the same for blue, yellow, and green. Okay, and I'm going to insert these handles to the right ones. Actually, and then I need to make one for the invisible symbol. Let me clone one. Drag that one into invisible, select the cloned tool. Then we'll just change the transparency to 1. And we can use the plugin that Nionic uses, and I met Nionic and Club Nionic when I was a junior in high school. And I remember playing Club Nionic a lot when I was 12 and 13 years old. Those are the good days. Alright, so I'm going to go to plugins. Tool grip, I'll leave a link in the description below. So I'm going to use it to rotate the tool. Just like that. I'll do the same for the blue one. Then the green one. And then I'll do the one for the invisible one. And I'll do the same for the yellow one. Perfect. And then in the replicate storage, we're going to create a folder, rename it to symbol tools. And then so I'm going to duplicate these 4 handles, drag them into workspace, and then we'll take these tools. We can close out the tool editor, so we don't need it right now, but later on when we make our NPC. So I'm going to take the red, blue, green, visible, and yellow, drag that into the thimble tools folder so it can be used. Now to make our rainbow. Alright, so I'm going to take this. gotta select all of these. And let's see here. We go to model. I'll click union. I'll rename that one. I'll name that handle. And then I'll insert another tool. And then I'm gonna rename it to rainbow. And then I'm gonna take our handle and drag it in. And then we'll use our tool plugin. Perfect. Now I'll take our rainbow and put it with our symbol tools. Perfect. Now we have that trick ready to go. All right. And now, so for one of my cool magic tricks I've ever coded back in last year, and I'm pretty sure I made a tutorial on how to make the Beetlejuice trick, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and make our Beetlejuice model. So I'm going to click on character, R15, and then mesh. I'm going to rename that rig to Beetlejuice. Take out that animate script. Color all of its parts white. And then humanoid, we could just change the display to none because we don't need it. And I'll insert pants and a shirt. And then I'll say R15 animate. Use this one. Maybe not this model. I'll take that one. Actually, this one says default R15. Perfect. I'll put it inside Beetlejuice. And now we need to go get its clothing. And so I open up Google Chrome, go to Roblox, go to Marketplace, and then I'm going to click on all and then say body, actually go accessories, head, and I'm going to type in Beetlejuice. Actually, I'm going to look for in the body, heads, see what's there. Actually, I'm going to go to accessories, head, use this one. Copy and go to plugins, and I'll leave a link in the description for the catalog import tools I use. Okay. And go here, Beetlejuice, and then I'll drag the accessory right onto Beetlejuice. Now we need to get its clothes. So we don't need that. And I'll go to home and on the select. Okay. So we're going to go back and select it to classic pants. Get this one. Copy the ID. And then in the pants, Control V. And I'll do the same for its shirt. I'll go with this one. Copy the ID. Paste it here. Alright, looks like we got a good Beetlejuice, so I'll drag it inside the box. Actually, let's use this box so people can see it when they come to play. Okay, and now in replicate storage, I'm going to create a folder, rename it to Beetlejuice NPC. Now I'll drag our Beetlejuice model inside of it. Perfect. And I will code my own tricks later on. But yeah, but that'll be in a future episode. Okay. Now we got our stage and our props. We can finish up this building. There we go. I'm going to make it very tall. Yes, scale that one a little bit. That way it goes all around the stage. Scale that one a little bit. Excuse me. Never mind. Perfect. Now, all we need to do is add a light, insert part, anchor it, scale it, color it yellow, and rename that one part to light. Hover it towards the stage. I'm going to insert a point light, and then just arrange it. Perfect. We can put that with our lights. Oh yeah, and change its transparency to 1. Perfect. And then we're going to add the roof. I'm going to scale it. And then I believe this wraps up the part 1 of the NPC Live Show Roblox Studio Tutorial, part 1 video of this series so far. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And make sure you check out my magic content out there on my channel. And if you're and please be sure to save that playlist under your playlist so that way you have a reference in case if you forgot how to script it or how to build or what plugins and tools we need in the games. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next one. So thanks for watching.